Let me start by telling you something that will awaken your spirit in a way you cannot ignore. When God decides that your season is about to shift, nothing you witness, nothing you fear, and nothing that has ever stood against you can remain where it has been. You may feel pressure. You may feel stretched. You may feel shut out. But what you cannot yet see is that God is already preparing a miracle that will reach you so fully, so suddenly, and so powerfully that your life will not resemble what it was before it arrived. You are standing nearer to a breakthrough than you have ever imagined. And the very fact that you are hearing these words right now is a sign that God has positioned you on the path of something extraordinary. When God chooses to act, He does not seek permission from your history, your failures, your fears, or your opposition. When God moves, everything surrounding you must shift. There are seasons in life when God draws near in ways you cannot explain, but you can sense. Your heart grows restless, not from panic, but from a quiet stirring deep within your spirit. Something tells you that what you are facing is not the ending, but the preparation. Something whispers that the pressure you feel is not meant to break you, but to align you. Something inside you reminds you that God has already declared the blessing, and nothing in this world or beyond it can cancel what He has spoken. This is one of those seasons. This is the moment when God is pulling you out of what once restrained you and preparing to usher you into what He has already promised. And when God pushes you forward, you cannot stay in the place you were. You may be standing today in a space where everything feels tight. Doors that seemed ready to open stayed closed. People you trusted stepped away. Plans you thought were secure fell apart. But listen closely. This is not the collapse you assume it is. This is the tightening before the release. This is the pressure before the breakthrough. This is the final stretch before God sends a miracle so swift that it brings clarity to everything that once confused you. God may allow you to be pressed, but He will never allow you to be destroyed. He may let you walk through the valley, but He will never let the valley claim you. And right now, God is forming something for you that will surpass your expectations and silence every doubt you have ever carried. Sometimes God will allow you to reach the end of your own strength, not because He wants you to fall, but because He wants you to see the difference between what you can accomplish and what only He can accomplish. If everything in your life unfolded according to your plan, you would assume you built the blessing yourself. But when God guides you into a place where your strength is insufficient, your understanding is limited, your connections fall short, and your effort cannot carry you, He positions you for a miracle that makes it clear that only God could have done it. And God desires to do something in your life that leaves no fingerprints except His. You may look at your life and think that too much time has slipped away, too many errors have been made, too many setbacks have unfolded, and too many chances have fallen from your grasp. But God is not confined by time. He is not hindered by failures, and He is not slowed by detours. God works on a level beyond human comprehension. While you think you are delayed, God knows you are being shaped. While you believe you are being punished, God knows you are being prepared. What you call a setback, God calls a divine setup. And the miracle that is approaching is one that will restore every wasted season, rebuild every broken piece, and return everything that vanished in a greater form than before. There are things God is about to release into your life that no individual can stop. When God chooses to lift you, no one can push you down. When God decides to bless you, no one can block it. When God opens the door, no one can seal it. When God selects you for a miracle, no mistake you have made can reverse what He has declared. God does not change His plan because you stumbled. God does not withdraw His promise because you doubted. God does not abandon His purpose because you went the wrong direction. God is greater than your failures, stronger than your anxieties, and more faithful than your uncertainty. And when he determines it is time, he moves with precision, authority, and intention. You may not realize it, but you have been in a divine process. God has been stripping away what cannot accompany you into the next season. God has been removing voices that would have disrupted your destiny. God has been shutting doors that would have distracted you. God has been shaking relationships that were never meant to stay. God has been allowing discomfort to push you out of places where you would have settled. And while you felt like you were losing, heaven understood that you were being positioned. Every disappointment, every closed door, every betrayal, every delay was an instrument in the hands of God. There are seasons when God will allow everything familiar to fade so that you are compelled to lean on Him alone. He will let certain people go silent. He will allow certain supports to collapse. He will let certain plans fall apart, not because He wants you to feel abandoned, but because He knows that as long as you rely on something else, you will not rely on Him fully. And when God is ready to perform a major miracle, He places you in a position where the only explanation for your breakthrough will be God Himself. The reason your spirit feels unsettled is because God is shifting you. The reason you cannot shake the sense that something is on the horizon is because God is preparing it. The reason you feel pressure stretching and even moments of spiritual heaviness is because your life is on the edge of transformation. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being carried into a moment that was written into your story long before you were born. And no force in existence can alter what God has spoken over your life. There are miracles God releases after long seasons of waiting, not because He must wait, but because He wants you to be strengthened enough to carry what He is preparing to give you. Some blessings require maturity. Some breakthroughs require endurance. Some miracles require deeper faith. And God has allowed certain delays not to harm you, but to shape you. You cannot carry a miracle with weak foundations. You cannot walk into purpose with a fragile spirit. So God has been developing you, stretching you, deepening you, and equipping you. And you are far stronger now than you were a year ago, 5 years ago, or even 10 years ago. You are ready in a way you cannot yet recognize. Think for a moment about what you have survived. Think about how many times you felt on the edge of collapse but somehow stood. Think about the nights when your heart was heavy but you woke the next morning with strength you never expected. Think about the battles that should have broken you but instead molded you. Think about everything that tried to destroy you but failed. You were not kept by chance. You were kept by God. You were carried, shielded, and preserved. If God saved you from what was behind you, He will not abandon you in what lies ahead of you. God does not begin something He does not intend to complete. You may not see clear signs of the miracle yet, but God often works in silence before He moves in power. The ground beneath you shifts before the blessing rises. The seed breaks before the plant emerges. The night darkens before the morning appears. And just because God has been silent does not mean He has been idle. God has been working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, aligning opportunities, and preparing breakthroughs that are far greater than anything you have imagined. You are closer than you think. If God showed you everything He is about to do, it would overwhelm you. Some of you are about to walk into open doors you did not request. Some of you are about to step into opportunities you did not pursue. Some of you are about to receive blessings you did not anticipate. Some of you are about to see God restore what you assumed was lost forever. Some of you are about to be elevated in ways that will leave people astonished. And it will not be because of your connections, your qualifications, or your history. It will be because God has chosen this moment to release something significant into your life. There are people who counted you out, but God counted you in. There are opportunities that slipped away, but God is bringing greater ones. There are seasons that ended painfully, but God is preparing a new chapter. There are nights you cried alone, but God collected every tear. There were battles that drained you, but God strengthened you through all of them, and nothing you have faced has been wasted. God never wastes pain, never wastes tears, never wastes storms. Everything you endured served a purpose. Everything that hurt you taught you something. Everything that challenged you strengthened you, and everything that confused you is about to become clear. Sometimes God will not change your situation right away because He is transforming you. Not to weaken you, but to make you unstoppable. Not to break you, but to rebuild you. Not to punish you, but to position you. And the version of you that is emerging from this season is stronger, wiser, sharper, more resilient, more focused, more disciplined, and more aligned with your true purpose. You are no longer the same person you were when the storm began. You are being transformed into someone who can stand on higher ground without being crushed under the weight of the blessing. God is preparing to do something so powerful in your life that even you will stand in awe. You will ask, how did this happen so quickly? How did this door open? How did this opportunity find its way to me? How did this shift occur? How did everything turn around? And the answer will not be found in your own strength. It will lie in the undeniable truth that God has placed His hand on your life and chosen this moment for you. You have remained faithful in seasons where it seemed like nothing was moving. You kept going when you felt drained. You kept believing when doubt tried to take over. You kept holding on when the weight seemed unbearable. And God has seen every single moment. God sees what no one else notices. God understands what no one else comprehends. God knows the silent battles you never mentioned. God knows the fears you kept to yourself. God knows the nights you prayed with tears streaming down your face. And nothing you have given, sacrificed, endured, or overcome has gone unnoticed. There are miracles that arrive through sudden shifts. There are miracles that arrive through quiet intervention. And then there are miracles that come with great force. Miracles that hit your life like a rushing wind and change everything in an instant. Miracles that alter the direction of your life in a heartbeat. Miracles that lift you to heights you never imagined. And that is the kind of miracle God is preparing to release over you. But before the miracle comes, God often allows the pressure to intensify. Just before the blessing breaks through, life feels the heaviest. Just before the breakthrough appears, discouragement tries to take root. Just before the door opens, it feels like everything is working against you. And many people give up just before God moves. But you are not going to give up. You are not going to collapse. You are not going to walk away from this moment, because the very pressure you feel is a sign that God is near. The shaking is not the end. It is the signal that your life is about to shift into a realm that will make everything you've endured seem small compared to what God is about to release. There will be people who cannot understand how you rose so quickly. There will be voices asking why the blessing fell on you. There will be observers who can't explain how everything changed for you. But what they will not see is the years of pressure, the nights of prayer, the seasons of endurance, and the quiet faith that carried you through it all. God is not blessing you publicly without remembering your private sacrifices. Some of you are about to experience restoration that will leave you in awe. God is about to return what was taken. God is about to repair what was damaged. God is about to replace what was lost. God is about to lift what was weighed down. God is about to revive what was fading. God is about to reward what you thought went unnoticed. And when God restores, He does not give back the same. He returns it better. He returns it multiplied. He returns it in ways that surpass expectations and silence doubt. You may feel as if you have been stuck in a holding pattern, circling the same mountain, facing the same resistance, battling the same struggles. But God is about to break that cycle. The delay is ending. The stagnation is ending. The silence is ending. The unanswered prayers are about to be answered. The heavy load is about to be lifted.